Hello, and welcome to the Valley today, sorta. I am your host, Janet Michael. This podcast clip is actually part of the conversation that I had with Chris Conyer, Winchester City Parks Director, that aired on Tuesday, March 17th. We both thought that it was important to make sure that everyone in our surrounding community who already uses the indoor pool at Jim Barnett Park or who might use it in the future get the details about the city's aquatic study. And it's open for everyone to take. They're not just looking for positive feedback either. If you never plan to use the pool, regardless of what updates, upgrades, or changes are made to it, they want to know that too. So this clip is just that portion of our conversation. You can hear the whole conversation, as always, though, at thevalleytodaypodcast.com or on any of the podcast apps by searching The Valley Today. But please share this clip on your socials with your friends and your family, your coworkers even, and encourage them to go to winchesterva.gov/aquatics to take the survey. So now let's transition over to the pool stuff.
Here we go.
You've got some big plans, bigger plans, and the biggest plans of all possibilities right now where the indoor pool is concerned, an aquatics center.
Yeah.
But there's a survey right now that you want people to go and take, whether you live in the city or not. You could live in Berryville but come to the pool, or live in Middletown like I do.
That's what's happening
and
now.
come to the pool. So explain what it is and why it's important.
Essentially, the indoor pool here in Winchester, without being a regional pool, it sort of is a regional pool.
It has become one by default.
Yes, exactly. So we do house the high school swim teams. So a couple years from now, the left side or right side, depending on how you're looking at it, the old side of the War Memorial Building is going to be due for a renovation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on our CIP list. We've been talking about it. It's been on the CIP list before I got here. That 10-year snapshot of, hey, in 10 years, the social hall and the gym side, that went in 2008, looks pretty good, not too many issues. The other side's been 1957. So 2030, 2029, we're gonna be faced with a renovation. The roofing, the HVAC, and then that would include the locker rooms and, of course, the indoor pool. So the time has come where we hired a firm, Councilman Hunsaker out of Missouri. They have an excellent reputation of putting all the data together and giving you a snapshot of what your area needs and then giving you some options.
What it can support and how it would work, and most importantly, what kind of money are we talking?
Yeah, cost estimate is probably number one thing. So part of the process is first you hire them on, and they're gonna collect all the data of what other facilities are in your area, what other programs are in your area. So they're working on that data now. They came in on February 17th and they interviewed all of our stakeholders. So we had Frederick County, Clarke County, city, school systems, Frederick County school systems, Winchester school systems, all the local swim teams, Winchester swim team, Phoenix, just talking about their program, what they would like to see.
Shenandoah University.
Yeah, the university was here because they're considering adding swimming as a Division III athletic. So we're just having all of those conversations, and that's just going to go into the data. The second part of that data is to hear from the people that live in our area, not just city residents, obviously, but outside of the city. Who does use Jim Barnett Park? What do you use it for? Are you willing to use Jim Barnett Park if it had upgraded facilities? What kind of upgraded facilities are you really interested in? There's therapeutic pools, there's competitive pools, there's lazy river, rec style pools. There's all
I want a lazy river rec style pool.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that we do lack here is we don't have a lot of general swim time because we don't have the space.
It's such a functional utilitarian pool for the indoor use of it that you don't have that ability.
So the concepts really, to put it pretty basic, is concept one will be no partners, the city only, we need to fix our pool. So things like ventilation, trying to create maybe some extra spectator room, updating our pump room, and all that stuff costs money.
Right.
You're talking
And
millions of
that
dollars
stuff
here.
costs a lot of money.
This renovation project, I think we're looking at $8 to $10 million is what we allocated.
Easily.
So then B would be to create maybe a second pool option to bump out on what's currently down there. Same thing, improve spectator area, improve ventilation, update pump room or whatever, but maybe instead of just having one pool, that there's a second body of water, which gives us more water space.
Right.
More ability to program.
During swim season, you can also then do lessons, which you can't do now because the pool is in use.
There's a ton of stuff that we can't do just because of our current situation. And if you were able to do do that, then yeah, obviously it would open the ability to do a ton of other things. There's also another high school coming in the area, in case you haven't figured that out. So that would mean potentially another swim team that would have to come here, because Hanley, Millbrook, Jameswood, and Shenandoah are already coming here. So there's that reality, which is in the same time frame, 3 to 4 years. So that concept B is just more water space and a bigger facility in what's existing now. And then the last one is more of a regional aquatic facility, where you would be looking at our outdoor pool turning into something a lot bigger. There's a bunch of different...
And to be clear, the outdoor pool wouldn't go away. It would still be part of this aquatic center, I'll call it, for people to bring their kids on a Saturday afternoon or whatever.
It would just be a much bigger option. Probably be an indoor outdoor option. I don't know what that looks like, and I'm not Mr. Aquatics, everybody knows that. But each concept is going to require buy-in on partnerships or whatever. So that's what we're doing now. We're trying to put together, is it just us or maybe one partner? If the university were to come in, you have to have NCAA regulations. There's things like diving, for example, has come up. You don't even think about those type of things. And so you can envision that if we go to concept B, then it's going to require more buy-in from the community outside of just the city. And then obviously concept C
needs everybody to put some skin in the game.
Everybody's got to jump in and be part of the solution. And then maybe everybody gets something nice at a fraction of the cost instead of one entity taking on the burden of everything.
Yeah, when you use that number, let's just say $10 million, that's a huge burden for just the city to take on and for its taxpayers to take on. But you split that between Frederick County, Clarke County, maybe some of Warren County, and some of the schools and the university and the swim teams. Suddenly it's
and
not...
And you're going to need all those people to use a bigger facility.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and what does that look like? So we're still a couple years out. The other thing is if you have more partners and you have a bigger facility that has a further reach, you also have a further reach on private donors, on the ability to fundraise. So you have to have some time built out to put the data together, figure out what we're doing, hear from the community. We're probably going to form like a board of people to start making some decisions, figure out who our partner is, have some time to fundraise, and then put it all together. It's complicated, I'm not going to lie, but the problem with us is we have to do something.
Yeah, you've got to make a move in some way, shape, or form.
Our locker rooms are outdated.
And you certainly don't want to do option one, which is do the upgrades that need to be done, and then in 3 years, 5 years, the new school is open, and all these other things, and you're thinking, man, we should have done all of this when we had the chance. So
you don't want to do hindsight 2020. So now we're trying to rally the aquatics community, talk to as many people as we can, because again, 2029, 2030, we're staring at it. Take the pool out. We have to fix a roof. We have to get the HVAC upgraded. The locker rooms are terrible. We're talking about closing in our courtyard back here to allow for a little bit of space. The population in the city and the county are growing. More people are in Jim Barnett Park today than ever before.
Right.
And so there's no way around it for me. We're living it. The swim teams are actually here. The indoor pool is open. We're living it. And so what are we supposed to do? And instead of continually putting Band-Aids on things, in a couple years, we're going to have to spend.
You're going to need more than a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
So address it head on.
Yes. So if we're going to spend a chunk of money, the time has come to
make it the most cost-effective way to spend that money as possible.
Absolutely.
So the survey itself, where can people find it? And everybody and anybody should go take it. Like me as a Middletown resident should go in and say, I want a lazy river with all the things.
Well, yeah, we want to hear, even if it's negative, even if you're like, I'm not willing to drive to Jim Barnett Park for my swim meets.
I don't use the pool. I never use the pool. I never will use the pool. You got to know that too. It's also valuable information.
Yes. So winchesterva.gov/aquatics goes right to the survey. And I'll send you the link.
And I'll put that in the show notes too.
Yeah, you're just trying to get as many responses as possible, positive or negative. Maybe a regional aquatic facility isn't the answer. I want to be clear because there's been some questions that come up on social media.
Shocking.
It's not a needs assessment. It's a aquatic study because we're forced to figure out what we're going to do.
Right.
That's really the difference. There's been a lot of studies and a lot of people can say, yeah, the area needs an aquatic facility. I agree with that because I know firsthand.
You're in it, like you said earlier.
I know what the teams have. There's a lot of things that we don't have that other communities have because of lack of facilities. Not just in the aquatics community, across the board. But this is important stuff because the next year or so is going to...
It's all going to start to come together. At least from a planning perspective.
Yeah, and if no one wants to partner and it's just the city, and that's perfectly fine with me. We just need to know that, and then we know what we're staring at.
Then you can make a plan and get it done.
Yeah, we're still going to be fixing something.
One way or the other, you're getting new HVAC and a new roof probably.
Yeah, and we're going to make an attempt to fix our locker rooms and create more space down at the indoor pool. That's the bottom line. That's what people don't understand. Do we need an aquatic facility? We may not be building a new aquatic facility. It may be fixing the one that we have, which we're going to have to do regardless.
So, and it could be option 2 of just adding a second pool, doing that work and making room for a second indoor pool. That may solve the problems of the day.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm definitely not 100% convinced that we're going to get some giant regional aquatic facility, because those things are like $30 million.
They are not cheap. But
everybody kicks in 10.
I was going to say, you've also got the really cool part in that the Summer Olympics will be going on at about the time that this is part of the mainstream conversation, and people are watching the diving competitions and Katie Ledecky win her 400th gold medal. So maybe somebody will open up their wallets a little more because of that. Take the survey.
Yeah, and if people have questions, just give us a call. It's totally transparent. We are not trying to hide anything or be secretive. The one side of our building is 1950s. The indoor pool was installed in 1975. September of 75, it just turned 50 years old. So do the math. Unfortunately for me, with the timing, I got to address that item. And it's been on the CIP for a while in this city. Now, all of this is contingent on funding and city council and all that stuff. But right now, it's been on the list, and the city is committed to fixing it.
Go to winchesterva.gov/aquatics to take the survey.